to this first Facebook live meeting of Disc O's, because I like to add the little O in there. Sorry for that, John, bit extra. But we're going to be talking about the 4 different styles, because we're a blend of different personality styles, but we always have one that's dominant. So the 4 of us here are all different, and we just want to run through those because we're all valuable to teams, whether that's a work team, a project team. You kind of need a blend of all of us. So if we look at DISC, the 4 letters, we'll start, I believe, at the beginning, which is D. Gary, that's over to you.
Gosh, thank goodness you've hurried up and got to me at last. Jeepers. Let's be honest, as a D, I'm all about actions, all about results. I want to change myself to do better. And I want to challenge others. Let's not worry about some of the people. Some people get left behind when we do things. That's what winning's about. The other thing is, I do like power and success. So for me, being in a business is about getting things done, being better than our competition. Okay, we lose a few people along the way, but that's the sort of thing that happens. But that's not everybody in the audience, in the organisation. They're not all like me. Occasionally we need some people, and I need some people to go out and influence what's going on around the rest of the organisation. And that's where the I's in DISC come in. So that's back to you, Victoria.
Thanks, Gary. Yes, I am the I, the influencer. I mean, I'm great for an organisation because, like you just said then, Gary, when we go on change and when things happen, and let's face it, we're as a whole world, we are on the change curve right now with COVID, but you need the people like me in your organisation. You need to make sure I'm on board and I'm on the same side as you. But I'll go and do it for you. I will go and talk to everybody. I will go and tell everybody what a great journey we're going to go on. I'll influence people. I'll interact with people. I'll connect people. That's what I'm all about, and making sure that the energy there, and I can already see John's face. He's not really loving me at all. But that's what I do. It's all about making sure that everybody is connected and everybody comes on that journey with us. And let's have some fun, because, we're going to spend an awful lot of time at work. We might as well have some fun doing it, hadn't we? Yeah? Well, but I do also believe that there are other things that we need to think about, and maybe being too extroverted. I don't know. Should we drop down to the S? And over to you, Joanna.
Thank you. So as you might have gathered, both the D and the I, both Gary and Victoria, are definitely more extroverted personalities. And as their energy increases, I can feel me kind of contracting, because the S, the steadiness, which is what S is all about, the steadiness is really looking for inclusivity. So when Victoria's talking about having fun, it's like, but fun's subjective. How do we include people in that? So what's important to me is that people get noticed, people get included. I can see Gary, I'm pretending not to be able to see him because, as usual, he'll want to interrupt. But I'm more mindful of what I say and how I speak up. So my pace of delivery is slower. And what that means is we're good at diffusing the drama. There's too many drama queens in organizations. And what a steadiness brings to the team is actually diffusing that drama, so that what we're not doing is escalating things out of proportion. So I'm about calm, I'm about peace, I'm about making sure that if there's conflict, it's handled quickly and effectively, and it doesn't rumble on, because that gets in the way of getting good stuff done. And as far as team members, we're vital to the team. I mean, let's face it, we're the ones that people come to talk to when they need to offload something. So we spend quite a lot of time doing that. And as leaders, what we do is we lead from within. We're not kind of out front leaders, but we lead from within, and people know that we're empowering them as leaders. So that's what the steadiness sense, that's what the steadiness profile brings to a team and to an organization. But from what we've heard so far, there's still something missing. And I think what's missing
is
is
a
that
better pace.
no, I don't think
No.
so, Gary. What's missing is a bit of detail and conscientiousness, and that's where I'm going to hand over to John.
Thank you, Joe, and thank you so much for bringing down the speed a bit and getting a bit more precision into our words. I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, exactly, Gary. Just off you go. Me, I'm the C. I'm the one that's analytical, and I'm going to take the time to provide the important detail. I'll take the time to tell you that, you know what, only 30.92% of people are Cs, so we are really important. And I'm precise, of course. Goes without saying, really. Any of these other three people would have just said 30% for you are Cs, but you know, I take the time to work it out. But there's only one way to do it. Do it the right way, do it consistently, do it systematically, because that's going to give the better results every time. A couple of things to think about when you're talking to me, though. If you want to get me thinking, give me facts and give me structured plans. Don't bore me with loads of that lively drivel, some facts and plans. And don't insult me with insubstantial headlines either. Just give me the facts, give me the plans, and then I'll work with them. Give me a short, rational heading to get my attention and the detail, and we're away. You're going to get some really good space, and you're going to get some really good results. Stability, privacy. Some people, you know, say I'm a little bit reserved, but I look at it and go, that means there's far less time wasted in gossip and tittle-tattle and excitement. The other thing that we're quite good at is challenging assumptions, but being introverted, I'll tend to keep quiet if I don't think it's worthwhile talking. Unlike some of my esteemed colleagues like Vic over there, who might challenge some assumptions, but she certainly doesn't tend to keep quiet, do you, Vic?
Well, no, I'm glad you brought me back in again, because I was feeling a little bit left out there. I was like,
And I was starting to get bored.
oh yeah, I know, but we are having fun, aren't we, Gary? I mean, that's what it's all about.
No, it's not. It's about the result.
Yeah, well, the results will be, driving themselves after the end of this live, and we can share it with everybody, because we could share it all. But John, I'm glad you said there about the details, because I have to say sometimes when kind of overused, an extreme C could be seen also as a little bit cold, a little bit calculated.
I've been told that some people think I calculate too much, and some people even think I'm a bit critical at times. I don't.
No, I know you don't, but I just want to give you that feedback that sometimes when you are being very C style, it can come across as that. And if I want to get on and we've got things and we need to get things done in a hurry, but you sometimes want to spend so much time doing the detail, I just want to and I don't need all that detail. And it's, I suppose, getting a balance between us, isn't it? About you giving me enough detail, which is basically none. And I mean, I know you've picked up on how many times I send you emails and there's spelling mistakes, but it's just a little spelling mistake. Have some emojis as well, because I know how much you love emojis.
Don't start on those.
Oh, but well, do I irritate you then?
Well, I think as you said, the lack of detail and the kind of steering away from the facts, and just keep it steady, keep it going in the direction we agreed, and we'll get there. But rather than kind of jumping around and jumping onto a new topic and whatever, much better. So that can be rather irritating at times. But,
well, at least you're dealing with the facts rather than getting wishy-washy with the people like some of us do.
Oh, I completely agree, Gary. Yeah.
But that's aimed at me, right, Gary? That's aimed at me.
Well, there are times when, we need to get things done and you're worrying about the people and have they been consulted, and you start sounding like one of those sort of weird, wishy, flippy hippie types. We've got things that need to get done. John wants me to measure twice. You want me to talk to everybody. What's that all about?
Absolutely, because you'll get stuff done way more productively if you take everyone with you. But you have this approach that just wants to cut through everybody and everything. There's not enough listening that goes on. And it takes quite a lot for me to say this to you, Gary, because normally you'd have cut across me by now and cut me down. And I suspect that it's only because there's other people in the room that you're letting me finish what I'm going to say, actually.
If
Because
they weren't here, it would be different.
I think it would. So what's missing from you is that element of really listening to people, showing patience, and dare I say it, a bit of compassion, because when you do that, you will get way better results, Gary.
But while I'm waiting to do that, there are things that need to happen. We're in an agile, active business. I want to win, and I hate giving up power to people. You know, that's why I can't listen to it. I'll listen, but if it's not my way, it's the highway.
And I would challenge whether you even listen, Gary, actually.
And I suppose on an extreme side of things, yeah, it is just, things to do, people to see, places to go, is in, out, done. And by the time you've got in and out done, Gary, John's only just got his...
I've just got going, and I will provide you all the stuff you wanted if you would stay around and get it.
And Joe's very busy sending everybody a birthday card.
And what a difference that makes.
Let's face it, I think we would all agree, probably, John's detail will keep us all out of prison, probably. But I guess really bringing it back, because obviously I have to be the one that talks all the time, because that's what I do. That's why we're on my Zoom, because it's all about me. But there are some other people here as well, which is great fun. On a serious note, I'm not that of an extreme I. We are a blend, and we've done here showing the extremities of each of the different letters, the dominant, the influence, the steadiness, and the compliance or conscientious. And we are a blend, and we all need to be in the team, but we work so much better in the team when we understand the others, but more importantly, when you understand yourself. Because I can't change Joanna, Gary, or John. I can't change their styles. They are who they are. But I can adapt my own. But what I mean is I can rein in my extreme I to get the best. So I only send John an emoji when I want to wind him up.
And it succeeds.
And I'm really looking forward to being able to use the emoji that's the heart hug, but I haven't got access to it yet.
Oh, have you not? I've just seen that come up. I nearly put it on John's little message earlier, and I thought,
yeah,
I'm going to stand back. I actually really wind John up by sending him the memojis because they're bigger. But I want to thank my esteemed colleagues here, my D Gary dominant, me my I influence, and Joanna the S steady, and John the C, the compliant, the conscientious. And hopefully that's given you an overview of the different styles. But if you really want to understand more about personalities, profiling, the use of DISC, or just introverts and extroverts themselves, then there's the four of us. Get in contact with any of us, and we'll pick up with you then.
Thank you, Vicky.
Look forward to it. Thanks, Vic.
That was a bit too long, but thanks very much anyway.
I was going to say, Gary, and the thank you, Gary, because I know you don't like giving them.
Let's just get on with it.
Oh, well, I'm going to end the meeting now, and we'll end it via Facebook Live. So if I do a start, oh, you see, this is the thing. Look at me. Never practiced it before. I'll end the meeting and hopefully it comes off of Facebook.
See, I would have practiced 33 times first, but
I know. I've got time for that, John. Let's, live off the seat of our pants. So I'm ending the meeting now. Bye all.
bye.